Today, I'll be reacting to Jordan versus LeBron, the most pathetic debate in sports history. Alright, this is from Scap Attack, so let's go right into the video.
From the dawn of time in sports, there have been certain debates that have waged on and on without resolution. Specific conversations that ultimately just boil down to a matter of perspective and preference. But in some very rare instances, an elite force has risen to the forefront and distanced themselves from all other competition, ended all conversations or debates. And on June 14th, 1998, when Michael Jordan hit the shot over Brian Russell to secure his sixth and final championship with the Chicago Bulls, he also let rest his case as the all-time GOAT of basketball. While Jordan wasn't the greatest winner the sport has ever seen, while he might not have been the most individually statistically dominant, and while his bulk statistical accumulation does not rise to the level of other all-time greats who played substantially longer than him, Jordan does represent the greatest total package in basketball history. And while other players have risen somewhat near his level in the time since he stepped away from the game, no one has been able to eclipse him. Yet for some absurd and incomprehensible reason that still remains largely unknown, significant portions of the mass sports media continue to inundate us with LeBron James, Michael Jordan debates.
Now, in my opinion, LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, but there's constant debates because out of all the players in NBA history, LeBron is the closest to being better than Michael Jordan. He's the closest. I already think he's better than Michael Jordan, but LeBron and Jordan is in the same tier. That's my opinion. I got Jordan number 2 all time, but Michael Jordan and LeBron, they're in the same tier. They're close, in my opinion. They're close.
To inundate us with LeBron James, Michael Jordan debates, as if this is some remotely close conversation. And even sadder and more pathetic is that there is a sect of media and fans out there that believe LeBron has even somehow eclipsed Michael Jordan.
He did.
That believe LeBron has even somehow eclipsed Michael Jordan.
Kobe Bryant couldn't fill, or Michael Jordan fill LeBron's shoes.
But the one...
Okay, now that... I'm not gonna say all of that, but... I do think LeBron is better than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, but I am not gonna say Michael Jordan and Kobe can't fill LeBron's shoes. I am not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Kobe Bryant couldn't fill, or Michael Jordan fill LeBron's shoes.
But the one and only thing LeBron James has ever done better than Jordan is play longer. And it is not merely the length of time LeBron played, but the time span of when he played. LeBron entered the league directly from high school and started accruing his all-important bulk statistics at just the age of 18. Jordan, meanwhile, played 3 years of college basketball.
Yeah, that's Jordan's choice. He wanted to go to college. He didn't have to. That was his choice. He wanted to go.
And started accruing his all-important bulk statistics at just the age of 18. Jordan, meanwhile, played 3 years of college basketball, not entering the NBA until the age of 21. Jordan then famously retired at the age of just 30 to pursue a career in baseball, and that retirement lasted for almost 2 full years, as he would sit out the entire 93-94 year and return to the NBA with only 17 games remaining in the 1994-95 season. Therefore, Jordan missed the vast majority of his age 30 and 31 seasons.
Yet again, that's Michael Jordan's decision. Michael Jordan retired them seasons. He retired 98, then he retired, 2002 or 2003. Nobody told that brother to retire 3 times. Nobody told that brother to retire that many times. He could have had his stats. But people always say, like, LeBron got the bulk statistics. Just look at the averages. LeBron played 21 seasons. His career average is 27 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, and 7 assists per game. People keep talking about, well, he's just playing longer. That's his averages for 21 years. That's elite. That is elite.
93-94 year and returned to the NBA with only 17 games remaining in the 1994-95 season. Therefore, Jordan missed the vast majority of his age 30 and 31 seasons. He also broke his foot at the very beginning of his second season in the league, missing all but 18 games that year as well. Michael Jordan would then, on January 13, 1999, at the age of 35, announce his second retirement, which lasted 3 full years until he decided to return again and join the Washington Wizards at the age of 38, which was largely a marketing ploy for the team he owned at the time. As you can see, not truly an apples-to-apples comparison with the modern-day self-proclaimed GOAT.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
Who has been ring-chasing and maximizing his winning and stat-stacking potential for the vast majority of his entire, now 20-year career and counting.
Ring chasing? Wait, oh my. See, this is what I don't get about the culture with LeBron. People still act like LeBron got 0 rings. I just don't get it. We get on the player if they have no rings, but yet again, we get on the player with the rings, but then it's how they get the rings. Like, you gotta choose. You have to pick a side. You want him to get rings, but then you criticize him when he get rings. Like, you gotta make up your mind. At that point, you just don't like the guy. At that point, you just don't like him. And ring chasing, number one, that brother went to Miami, 2010? Miami won the championship in 2006. Ever since 2006, they've been getting out the first round or missing the playoffs. Like, after that 2006 championship. Then LeBron went back to Cleveland, and Cleveland was bad. That whole time LeBron left Cleveland the first time, Cleveland was horrible. Then he went back with Kyrie and Kevin Love, won championships. Then LeBron went to the Lakers when they was bad for, 6-7 years? They missed the playoffs? It was insane how many years they missed the playoffs. So when people say LeBron ring chasing or had super teams, the teams he went to, they was bad before they even got there. He went there, and of course, with the help of the general managers or basketball operations of the team, they helped build around LeBron and the other stars that he was with. And he won championships everywhere he went. And also, like, in my opinion, when we criticize LeBron for playing longer, I just don't get that. We're blaming LeBron for doing his job. He stayed in shape and continued to work on his game. And we're mad at him for that. and we're criticizing him for that. That is hilarious.
Self-proclaimed GOAT.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
Who has been ring-chasing and maximizing his winning and stat-stacking potential for the vast majority of his entire, now 20-year career and counting. James has played 1,421 career regular season games so far, while Jordan played in only 1,072. In terms of playoff games, James has played in 282 as compared to Jordan's 179. More than 100 additional playoff games alone for LeBron James. In totality, James has played 452 more career games than Michael Jordan, and unsurprisingly has logged substantially more minutes than Michael Jordan, over 17,000 more. So with a vast amount of additional time James has logged in comparison to Michael Jordan, LeBron must be increasingly more accomplished. Well, not exactly. LeBron James, in 20 years of play, has led the league in scoring just one time, and that was way back in the 2007-2008 season, when he was just aged 23 in his 5th year in the league at the time. He also led the league in assists one time, which was in the highly unusual COVID-shortened 2019-2020 season. Those are the only 2 instances that LeBron has ever led the league in any standard box metric, compared to Michael Jordan, who led the league in scoring an incomprehensible 10 times. And that
I'm going to say this about LeBron, leading the league in scoring one time. Even if you're a LeBron hater or not, y'all know good and well if LeBron wanted to go lead the league in scoring every year, he can do it. Everyone knows that. But LeBron's too good of a passer, that'll mess up the team. And everybody know Michael Jordan and LeBron play 2 different games. LeBron was more of everything. The scoring, the rebounding, the defense, the passing. LeBron was everything. And Jordan was more of the scoring and defender. And he really didn't have to focus on rebounding or passing. But for real though, if LeBron had in his mind he wanted to lead the league in scoring, he could have done it. LeBron could have done it. And that one year he led the league in assists, that's when he was actually playing point guard. Even though we watch him play, he's already the point guard of the team, but that was when he was like officially at point guard. Like on the depth chart, like they actually had LeBron at point guard. That was the only season they actually had him like at point guard.
Led the league in any standard box metric compared to Michael Jordan.
Now, don't get me wrong, though. I do think Michael Jordan is a better scorer than LeBron. I just want to make that obvious real quick. I do believe LeBron is a great scorer. LeBron is a great scorer. But I do think Michael Jordan is a better one, though. I just want to make that clear.
Led the league in any standard box metric compared to Michael Jordan, who led the league in scoring an incomprehensible 10 times, and that was in 10 consecutive seasons, beginning with his third year in the NBA and spanning all the way to his aged 35 season when he retired the second time. For context, Wilt Chamberlain is second all-time with 7 scoring crowns, and no other player ever has more than 4. Jordan also led the league in steals 3 different times throughout his career, resulting in 13 standard box crowns.
Now, about them steals, though, y'all heard about the news articles talking about they was inflating Jordan's steal stats. Yeah, I know y'all heard about that. Is that really legit? Is that really legit? Now, don't get me wrong. Jordan was a great defender, but I ain't gonna lie. That story was interesting. Like, especially like with Michael Jordan, when he was at home, they was inflating his stats like crazy. Like his stealing, like his steals, like his defensive stats, like regarding the steals, they was inflating them numbers like crazy. They was inflating them numbers. That's insane. So are them steals really legit?
Has more than 4. Jordan also led the league.
Michael Jordan is still a great defender. I'm making that clear. He was a great defender, but them steals, they low-key probably been inflated a little bit.
In steals 3 different times throughout his career, resulting in 13 standard box crowns, compared to just 2 for the self-proclaimed king. But as we know, and are perpetually reminded of by the mass media, LeBron has always been more of an advanced analytics type of player. Since James was unable to excel and distance himself in standard means of measurement, an entire movement of analytics was born to build and promote fake cases of dominance for him and others like him. The allegedly efficient players, very important to diminish actual winners and prop up fantastical cases of alleged greatness for others incapable of winning. Surely, LeBron can excel in these fields, full of made-up acronyms like BPM and PER.
Okay, about the analytics and regarding people, and I guess he talked about people that actually win like Kobe Bryant. Discussing that, the analytics, Jordan's still going to be up high with the analytics. Usually if you're a great player, you're going to have great numbers in analytics, so I really don't get that. Now, regarding LeBron being a winner, I hear this a lot. I really don't get people be telling me this in the comments. It really just don't make no sense to me. Like Michael Jordan, he has 6 championships. He's a winner. Kobe Bryant, 5 championships. He's a winner. LeBron, 4 championships. He's a winner. But then people in the comments tell me he's not a winner. Well, he lost in the finals 6 times. He still won the championship, though. He still got 4 rings. Like, that's a winner. I don't know. Maybe that's just people hating on LeBron. That never made sense to me. Somebody with 4 championships is not a winner? That just makes no sense to me.
Cases of dominance for him and others like him.
Oh, especially LeBron. There was a time he was dominating the league. Like, we got to stop that. There was a time LeBron was dominating the league. There was a time MJ dominated the league. Like, he was showing little clips right here of Kobe. Kobe had a time when he was the best player in the league. And LeBron for sure had his time when he was by far the best player in the league. Like, come on. We got to stop that. We got to stop that.
Standard means of measurement, an entire movement of analytics was born to build and promote fake cases of dominance for him and others like him. The allegedly efficient players, very important to diminish actual winners and prop up fantastical cases of alleged greatness for others incapable of winning. Surely, LeBron can excel in these fields, full of made-up acronyms like BPM and PER. Well, no, not really.
To be honest, I'm not a big fan of analytics anyway. I'm not really a big fan of that. I know a lot of people is really into them metrics. I'm not really a big fan of them, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan.
And others like him, the allegedly efficient players. Very important to diminish actual winners and prop up fantastical cases of alleged greatness for others incapable of winning. Surely, LeBron can excel in these fields, full of made-up acronyms like BPM and PER. Well, no, not really. Despite playing all of the additional time and seasons, Jordan and LeBron each led the NBA 9 times in value over replacement, while Jordan gets the check mark in box plus minus, leading the league 9 times compared to LeBron's 7. In win share crowns, 9-5 against LeBron, and PER crowns, 7 total to 6 in favor of Jordan. In all, LeBron led the NBA 45 times in an advanced analytics field throughout his NBA career, compared to Jordan's 69 advanced crowns.
Yeah, both of them was elite. That's just them analytics. It pretty much just showing both of them was elite. Now, me regarding why I think LeBron better than Jordan, I strictly say LeBron is better than Michael Jordan because he do everything at a high level. LeBron's a great scorer, great rebounder, a great passer. He's a great defender. Like Michael Jordan, I think he's a better scorer, but LeBron have a higher field goal percentage because he usually be closer to the rim. And LeBron, he is a better three-point shooter than MJ. That's a fact. I know people, well, MJ really didn't grow up with the three-point line. I understand that, but LeBron is a better three-point shooter than MJ. Like, come on, that's obvious.
NBA career compared to Jordan's 69 advanced crowns. This is really getting embarrassing now. But LeBron, the media darling, who was dubbed the chosen one at just the age of 17 when he was still in high school, surely has more media bestowed awards than his airness. Wrong again. LeBron has won 4 league MVPs to Jordan's 5. Have I mentioned the 452 more games and 17,000 more minutes LeBron has played than Jordan? Just checking. Jordan also won a Defensive Player of the Year award.
Now, regarding MVPs, yes, Jordan have more than LeBron. Every superstar had their moment. Really, LeBron and Jordan, honestly, Jordan and LeBron could have had more MVPs, but you know with the media and everything, they can't do that. You know, and you're a superstar. They tired of you winning, so they just start giving it to other people. Like, for real, like MJ, he could have won MVP most of his seasons in the NBA, but they got tired of him winning. So, they got tired of him winning the MVP, so they start giving it to other people. Same with LeBron. He won 4. LeBron should have had way more than 4 MVPs.
Just checking. Jordan also won a Defensive Player of the Year award, and he did that in the same season he led the league in scoring and won MVP. Does LeBron have a Defensive Player of the Year award, you might be wondering?
LeBron should have had it 2013. He was robbed of the Defensive Player of the Year award 2013 because Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year, but he was second team on defense. That made no sense to me. LeBron was second in Defensive Player of the Year voting, but he was first team on defense. That made no sense to me at all. LeBron should have had 1 Defensive Player of the Year award. LeBron in Miami, he was guarding all 5 positions, and that was a fact. LeBron was guarding all 5 positions in Miami.
In the same season, he led the league in scoring and won MVP. Does LeBron have a Defensive Player of the Year award, you might be wondering? But what about the metric that really matters? Winning. Check mark to Jordan there as well, winning 6 titles as compared to LeBron's 4, again, despite LeBron playing in 100 more playoff games. But surely, LeBron faced tougher competition. Well, no, he didn't. Throughout his NBA playoff career, LeBron James has played in 53 playoff series, as compared to Michael Jordan's 37. LeBron has played 28 total opponents in those series that either won a minimum of 50 games or in a strike-shortened season had a win percentage that would have won them 50 games in a full 82-game year.
Wait, hold up. In the finals, LeBron by far had harder competition than Michael Jordan. We gotta stop playing with that. What? Name me a team Michael Jordan played better than San Antonio Big Three of Tim Duncan, Manu, and Tony Parker. Name me a team Michael Jordan played that's better than Steph, Clay, and Draymond. Look, LeBron played them 2015 and 2016. Then LeBron played Steph, Clay, Draymond with KD 2017 and 2018. Like, come on. LeBron by far had harder competition in the finals compared to Michael Jordan. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. Come on, man. Everybody and their mama know LeBron had harder competition in the finals. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that talking about Michael Jordan had harder competition. Stop it. Stop it. His best comp in the finals was John Stockton and Karl Malone. They were elite, don't get me wrong, but come on, compared to the teams LeBron played, come on.
As compared to Michael Jordan's 37. LeBron has played 28 total opponents in those series that either won a minimum of 50 games or in a strike-shortened season had a win percentage that would have won them 50 games in a full 82-game year. That is 28 of his 53 career playoff opponents, while Jordan faced a total of 27 50-plus win opponents in his 37 series playoff career. So LeBron has played a 50-win opponent 53% of the time, whereas Jordan faced a 50 or 60-win team 73% of the time that he was in the playoffs.
Okay, I'm going to say this about LeBron and Michael Jordan. Now, I will admit this to Michael Jordan and LeBron's career. Michael Jordan going to the finals path was definitely harder than LeBron's, but his competition in the finals was way easier than LeBron's. It was way easier. I think most people can agree with that. The only difference is Michael Jordan was on one of the greatest teams ever. LeBron was facing one of the greatest teams ever. That's the difference in their careers. That's pretty much it. Low key, LeBron's chances of going 6-0 in the finals was low-key screwed his first time in the finals. That man was in his fourth season, 2007 NBA Finals. He was 22 years old. That man faced Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu in their prime. He was losing that. He was losing that. Like, his chances of going 6-0 was pretty much done his first finals. But that still was a great accomplishment. You 22 years old and led your team to the finals. That's an accomplishment. But, you know, some people, they're going to use that against him. They don't think that's an accomplishment because a lot of people out here hate LeBron. So, a lot of people hate LeBron for some reason. It's weird. But, yeah, they just hate him.
Series playoff career. So LeBron has played a 50-win opponent 53% of the time, whereas Jordan faced a 50 or 60-win team 73% of the time that he was in the playoffs. Jordan was also more successful, much more so, against these higher-end opponents than LeBron, as James has amassed a record of 16-12 against 50, 60, and 70-win teams, which is a win percentage of 57%. Jordan, meanwhile, was 20-7 against those opponents, good for a win percentage of 74%. But surely, Jordan had much better teams and supporting casts. Not so fast. In all, during his 20-year career, James has played with 7 different players that made a combined 15 All-Star team selections while playing on a team alongside LeBron.
Now, I'll say this about supporting cast. I never saw a superstar win a championship without a great supporting cast. LeBron had great supporting cast. MJ had great supporting cast. It's just the conversations I hear sometimes, people make it sound like MJ was by himself. I'm like, no, he wasn't. No, that's the conversations I be hearing. People be downgrading his supporting cast. I'm like, no, MJ had great teams. Now, there's some people that say LeBron carried teams. I say there was some seasons he carried teams. There were some seasons. 2007, he carried them there. 2011, he was Wade and Bosh. He didn't carry that team. 2012, Wade and Bosh. He didn't carry them. 2013, 2014, he was with Wade and Bosh. So he didn't carry none of them great teams. They got to the finals. 2015, I'm not going to lie. I thought he was winning 2015, but Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving got hurt. So that pretty much messed up his championship odds. 2016, he didn't carry them. That was a great team. 2017, he didn't carry them. That was a great team. 2018, nah, he carried them 2018. He carried the Cleveland Cavaliers 2018. He carried them. If you look at that roster on paper, that team had no business being in the NBA Finals. Honestly, they should have lost first round. I'm dead serious. That team had no business being in the finals. He really did carry them there. In 2020, they was an excellent team. He didn't carry them to the finals. So I would say out of LeBron, 10 finals appearances, he probably carried 2 teams there, but the rest of the time he had great supporting cast. So both LeBron and MJ had great supporting cast. You need a great team around you to win championships. I don't like when people downgrade great players because they don't have a ring like players like Charles Barkley, Allen Iverson, and many more players, but they were great, but they never had teams like, oh my God, they're going to win the championship. They never had teams like that for real. Charles Barkley, he could have won that 1 year with MJ, but the Bulls was better than him that year. Charles Barkley was in the finals. Basketball is a team sport. I know a lot of people like disregarding that, but basketball is a team sport.
Those opponents. Good for a win percentage of 74%. But surely, Jordan had much better teams and supporting casts. Not so fast. In all, during his 20-year career, James has played with 7 different players that made a combined 15 All-Star team selections while playing on a team alongside LeBron. Compare that to Jordan, who played with exactly 1 All-Star ever throughout his entire NBA career. Jordan played with only 1 other player in Scottie Pippen that ever made an All-Star game on a Michael Jordan-led team.
I mean, to be fair, shout out to the Bulls basketball operations and general manager. I think, Jerry Krause. Shout out to him. He did build great teams around Michael Jordan. But to be fair, there was a time Scottie Pippen, credit to Scottie Pippen, he did develop into like a top 5 player in the league in the 90s. And like I said, we got to add more context. LeBron, his first 7 years in Cleveland, they failed to give him a second star. So he left and went to Miami. Got rings there. But then it was clear as day, Dwayne Wade was getting old. So he knew he couldn't be on there longer because his championship odds would get lower. So he's like, okay. He went to Cleveland because he saw Kyrie Irving there. Then they traded Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota to get Kevin Love because Cleveland had the first pick that year, I think, or the top 3 pick, but they got Wiggins and they traded him to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Then he left Cleveland the second time. Pretty much he said his main goal of going back was to win a championship. He got them to win a championship. Then he went back to LA, pretty much to end his career there, and that pretty much what it looked like it's going to be now. He's going to end his career in LA. Of course, he's still going to win. I think him going to the Lakers made it clear, like, okay, this is the last time I'll switch teams. I think he's been on LA as long as, or if not longer than his first stint when he was in Cleveland. So we gotta add more context. Michael Jordan had no reason to leave the Bulls. The brother's first 3 championships was with Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant. He had 2 other good players with him. Then the second 3-peat was with Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. There was no reason for Michael Jordan to leave. He had his second star with him. There was no reason to leave. That's like LeBron in his first stint with Cleveland. Let's say hypothetically they drafted Kawhi Leonard. LeBron's not leaving Cleveland. Like, he's not leaving Cleveland if he has somebody like Kawhi Leonard next to him. Like, he's not leaving. It would make no sense to leave. So I'm just adding that for context.
Entire NBA career, Jordan played with only 1 other player in Scottie Pippen that ever made an All-Star game on a Michael Jordan-led team, and Pippen did it only 6 times. So Jordan played more difficult competition with worse supporting casts while playing drastically less time, and still won more than LeBron while producing a much higher level of individual dominance both from a statistical and advanced standpoint. Yet and still, the cases continue to be built by teenagers on Twitter who have no understanding, appreciation, or context for anything that came before what they see, they experience, they think is the best ever, all the while only being emboldened by rating-obsessed liars on various mass media outlets.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, his rant at the end is low-key kind of hilarious. Not going to lie, though, some of them takes on Twitter do be insane. I'm not even gonna lie.
Think is the best ever, all the while only being emboldened by rating-obsessed liars on various mass media outlets, all because LeBron has more total stats than Jordan. Just like Frank Gore has more career rushing yards than Barry Sanders. David Ortiz has more home runs than Mickey Mantle. And Joe Flacco has more career passing yards than Joe Montana. Longevity stat accumulation is such a minuscule part of the overall equation to determine all-time hierarchical greatness. There are arguably cases to be made against Jordan as the GOAT, but they do not and never will include the vastly and incomprehensibly overrated LeBron James.
Now, regarding people talking about LeBron longevity, I don't think that should be used against him. And number two, to be fair, LeBron has been greater longer than Michael Jordan. That's not a debate. LeBron has definitely been greater longer than Michael Jordan. But using longevity against him, I don't think that's right. I don't think using that against anybody is right, to be honest. I'm not saying it determines who's better or not, but I'm saying I think it do show how great a player was or how relevant a player was. And longevity, I think it counts towards greatness and everything as well. You got to be great for a long time. You can't just be great for a few seasons. You can't just be great for 2 or 3 seasons and people put you in top 10 conversations. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You got to be great for a long time. So longevity plays a factor into greatness or how great a player is. But it's not the end all be all like, oh, he got more yards, he's better. Oh, he got more points, he's better. Like I said earlier in the video, even though LeBron does have more points than Michael Jordan, I think Michael Jordan is a better scorer than LeBron. But him saying LeBron overrated, that's insane. LeBron's definitely not overrated. He's not even close to being overrated. That's insane. And it's definitely close between him and Michael Jordan. Like I said, I have LeBron number 1. I have MJ number 2. Like, if you think Michael Jordan better than LeBron, I'm not mad at you. But when you say LeBron not top 15, top 20, I'm like, okay, you're strictly hating. Like, you're strictly hating. It's hard for me to believe there's 15 to 20 players that's better than LeBron James at basketball. There's no way. The only player I will consider is Michael Jordan. That's it.
Hierarchical greatness. There are arguably cases to be made against Jordan as the GOAT, but they do not and never will include the vastly and incomprehensibly overrated LeBron James.
Shout out to Scap Attack for this video. Now, even though most of the time I disagree with his opinion, his videos do be interesting. But Jordan and LeBron, that debate is never ending. But dead serious though, even though I do think he's the GOAT, and he's one of my favorite basketball players ever. Him and MJ, both of them are great players. If you're a real basketball fan, you appreciate what MJ and LeBron did for the game of basketball. You appreciate both of them if you're like a real basketball fan. And I do have a lot of respect for Michael Jordan and LeBron as basketball players, businessmen. I have a lot of respect for both of them. So drop down in the comments below your thoughts about this video, your thoughts about Michael Jordan, your thoughts about LeBron. Who's better between Michael Jordan and LeBron? Why do you think Michael Jordan better than LeBron? Why do you think LeBron better than Michael Jordan? I'm just curious to see what everyone think. Furthermore, like and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you won't miss another video from me. And I hope everyone have a blessed day. I'm out.